Helena, good to see you. How are you? Have you had a chance to have a look at the latest issue of International Journal of Prosthodontics? And is there maybe something interesting you'd like to discuss today?
Hi, Eva. How's everything in Serbia? Actually, I was just looking into the last issue, and there are many interesting articles. And there's one that caught my eye, the one by Luigi Canullo. And it's about digital impressions and how far can we go. And I think that article is very interesting.
I agree completely. It's really an interesting topic, and I think that's why we should use an opportunity to ask Dr. Luigi Canullo himself. So, hello, Luigi. Thanks for being here with us. And could you please tell us which kind of the study have you performed and what is the scientific background for it?
Hi, everyone. Let me say thank you, and thank to the journal for bringing to life the article of my crew. Well, about your question, you have to know that all my research questions come from daily practice, come from clinical request. Okay, and also this study comes from that. Well, you know that I'm really focused, I would say obsessed by minimizing the trauma on soft tissue during the prosto in order to increase the soft tissue integration around the abutment. And of course, impression taking is probably one of the most critical steps of what I call surgical prosto. And digital impression is appears to be the less invasive technique, mostly in case of open flap impression, as I do very often. And of course, all we know that this technique might be a little bit controversial. And that's the reason why we performed this study.
That's a very interesting approach. So, what kind of study did you perform and what were the main outcomes?
Research was aimed to answer this clinical question, indeed. In fact, we have taken three typical scenarios I do face every day in my private practice. Single implant, double implant with a short span, and full arch. All these cases were scanned by two different clinicians with different expertise, one pro and one rookie. Then we scanned them with an industrial precision scanner used as a reference. And then impression taking with the digital intraoral scanner and the impression taken using an industrial scanner were aligned using a reverse engineering. And then the difference between the two cases were measured using a color scale. So the outcomes were very clear from my point of view. For the single implant, data were absolutely reliable, as well as for two implants. Unfortunately, the outcomes from full mouth restoration was not absolutely reliable, as we can see here.
That is actually very good to know, and it is really a clinically important question. So, from all the above mentioned and said, Luigi, which would be the further implications for the future of implant prosthodontics?
Okay, from my side, I would say that single and double implants can be easily and safely scanned using an intraoral scanner. I couldn't say the same for a full mouth restoration, but I don't want to spoil my next study. Probably you will receive soon just about this topic. We will find probably a new technique for having a safe impression also of a full mouth restoration. Let me finally really thank my biologic crew, because without Paolo, without Patrizia, without Marco, and without Maria, the outcomes you received wouldn't be possible. Really thank you too.
Luigi, for sharing your research. We're looking forward for your next article. So, dear readers, dear friends, thank you so much for watching us and help us bring the journal to life of the International Journal of Prosthodontics. Thank you so much.